Good morning, everyone. It is Kiki Garcia from Carlos and Kiki in the Morning. And this time of year is the time that we all dread in New Mexico. It is allergy season. And especially now with COVID going on, I feel like I'm always telling people, no, it's allergies. Don't worry. I'm just sneezing because of the allergies. I have an allergist with me this morning, Dr. Tania Elliott. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thanks for having me.
Good. So let's get right into it. What is causing all these allergies? What's the trigger? Is it indoors? Is it outdoors? Is it a combination?
Yeah, that's a good question. So it's a combination. Each year spring allergy season comes upon us earlier and earlier and lasts longer than longer. But there's something a little bit different about this year, and it's about how we're spending our day to day. We're spending a lot more time in our own homes, and we're spending a lot more time outdoors in nature, less time obviously in the office and less time in our cars. So what that does is it exposes us to indoor allergens in the home, particularly if you have a furry pet or you've recently adopted a pet, which lots of people have. And I've heard this term COVID pets thrown around a bunch, where people are getting cats or dogs and you're spending more time indoors. And then we're also spending more time when we can socialize with others. We're doing that outside. And so when it's pollen season and there are high pollen counts, you're going to be exposed to allergens.
So I want to know because I feel like lately I have a dry eye, which I never really had before. How do you know, is the dry eye a symptom of the allergy or is it completely different than the allergies? How does that work?
Yeah, so sometimes it can be from allergies. Sometimes people's only symptom is a dry eye, but for the most part, generally speaking, allergies itch. And so the leading symptom is often an itch. And then, by the end of the day, after you're like rubbing your eyes all day, they're like red and dry. And so we can see overlap with eye allergy symptoms. The key is really like the timing and duration. So, like, what is it that you're doing that all of a sudden now your eyes start to be itchy or they start to feel dry or uncomfortable? Because remember, with an allergen, it's really about what it is that you're exposed to at a given point in time that then kind of triggers your symptoms. If you've got just kind of like a chronic dry eyes 24/7, the likelihood is it's probably not allergies, because again, allergies act up when you're exposed to what it is that you're allergic to.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Now, other than dry eye, are there other symptoms that we can look for so we know that it's allergies?
Really, the hallmark of allergies are itchiness, and then itchiness in association with what it is that you're allergic to. But remember, people could be allergic to like their eye makeup. And so sometimes that's on them all day long. And so that could be what's triggering their symptoms. People can be allergic to pollen from the outside, and then the pollen gets stuck in between your eyelashes. And people probably don't think that they should scrub in between their eyelashes, but you should. And so, really, it's thinking about when your symptoms occur and then talking with a doctor who can help kind of tease out your history, exactly what your symptoms are, and then do a test to confirm whether or not it's allergies.
Just you saying that made me think of something. My daughter, she's always with the eyelashes that not the ones you put on, not the strips, but the ones that you go to the doctor for. I never even thought of that. Her allergies are so bad. That has to work against her, those eyelashes.
In two ways. So sometimes people can actually react to the eyelash glue. And then other people, again, because you've got these long, the artificial lashes, the pollen like loves to stick to that. And then they get stuck. And then, you're not supposed to touch your lashes after that. So that, you tend to like not like scrub or clean them as much. So that is certainly something that could be triggering her eye allergies.
Oh my God, I'm gonna start wearing goggles everywhere I go. Ah. Okay, what product can we use to take care of the dry eye and the allergies? What's a good thing? There's so many of them.
So if you're, yeah, I know the over-the-counter allergy aisle and the eye drop aisle, it's like it's very confusing and can be very overwhelming for people.
Mhm.
So if people's main symptom is itchy eyes, right? The itch is the real thing. They're rubbing their eyes all day. They can't stand it. My go-to used to be a prescription, only available by prescription. It's an antihistamine eye drop. It was called Pazio when I prescribed it. Now it's actually available over the counter, and it's called Pataday Once Daily Relief Extra Strength. So that's like, super helpful for people. It's a single drop and it lasts 24 hours. So again, it's not going to help with the dry eyes, but if your eyes are like itching all day long, that would be the go-to.
All right, I am gonna have to get me some of that. So is there a website where we can, because it's overwhelming, like there's so many products, it's ridiculous. Is there a website that we can go to find out more about this?
Yeah, I would check out pataday.com. It'll give you information about the types of antihistamine eye drops that they have, and then also just give you some tips and tricks to have to figure out like what is it that's triggering my symptoms, and then what are some things that I can do to start to feel better.
I love it. Dr. Elliott, thank you so much for being with us today. I hope you have a great day.
You too. Thanks for having me.
Thanks.